everybody. This is Jeff with Altcoin Buzz coming to you live from Prague in the Czech Republic. Let me know if you guys can hear me. Smash up the thumbs up, crush the like button. All right, so we're going to talk about this boring crypto market as we know it. I mean, it's running flat, about as flat as can be. So, what's going on, PW? We're going to talk about Mcafee's predictions, extremely bullish predictions. Thank you, T Dog, for letting me know. Yeah, wow, 66 people already tuning in, 15. You guys have been on my Twitter asking me to go live. Like, I apologize that I haven't been able to go live for you guys here lately because I've been touring all throughout Europe. Believe it or not, Berlin didn't really have the setup that I was looking for. Amsterdam didn't have it. London, kinda, and then Dublin. Yeah, Ireland was cool. But yeah, so now I'm in Prague, Czech Republic, and I checked to see if I could go live, and I could, so that's pretty good. So yeah, I mean, every single day I'm checking my cryptocurrency portfolio, or well, my top apps or my top coins on the app, and it's just it'll tease us for 1 or 2 days, and then it'll pull back, and I'll look around at the coins. I mean, EOS keeps getting these injections of cash, but I'm kind of frustrated with EOS because of their coin situation. Because my Ledger Nano is actually in safekeeping back in my house, and I'm not able to touch it because I'm on the road. David says, "Hobuzz." Yeah, I mean, the main net with EOS is definitely the talk of the town, but I'm not going to talk about EOS right now, um, because everyone wants to talk about EOS, so you can get all that news elsewhere. But I'm I'm really kind of interested in Bitcoin maximalists and how they perceive things. So if you're following me on Twitter, or if you're not already following me on Twitter and you want to keep up with me, Jeff from Altcoin Buzz, you need to follow me on Twitter. It's Blockchain J. Straight up. That's where I'm able to get communicate with people and coordinate with y'all. So Blockchain J is where you need to keep up with me. You can also follow me on Island Hopper TV. You can check out my YouTube channel, Island Hopper TV. That's my other YouTube channel. I've got videos of Prague. That's where I post all my travel updates because right now the crypto market's just so damn boring. Beef injection. Saw a nice Irish bird on your Insta. I know what you're talking about, though. Bitcoin is king, just like Blockchain J. Oh, thanks, man. Thanks, Mark B. So, guys, if you guys are excited to get this going, go ahead and crush that like button. Let's pump this thing out there. Get the altcoin buzz army involved. Talk about some of these Mcafee predictions. So, Mcafee, I mean, he's just such a bull. Uh, so he's got Golem going to $3 by mid-July. Docademic, which I don't hold any Docademic, but he's got that going to 250. Apparently, I should be holding that. Bzop, I don't hold any Bzop, 84 cents. I do hold Bitcoin private. Now, we did do a live feed not too long ago talking about Bitcoin private. It's got the Bitcoin brand name with the privacy element, the stealth, the stealth addresses. So I thought that was kind of interesting. But he's got that going to 200 by the end of July, and he's got EOS going to $36. That's just some of Mcafee's short-term predictions. I don't know what's going on with Mcafee, but he certainly feels as though he's willing to put his neck on the line with a lot of different things. As we know, Bitcoin to 1 million. Otherwise, he's going to eat his you know what. um, what up, Robert Bronner in the house? BCH, what's up, guys? Yeah, I'm. So if you guys didn't uh, coordinate or notice when the market started to go flat for a while, maybe 2 to 3 months, I kind of was like, you know what? I'm not going to sit around and watch this market because you guys know for a long time there I was making 3 to 4 videos a day when the market was bullish, and then when the market went bearish, I was still trying to keep the motivation. But I was so glued into the market for a while there. I was like, I got to break this monotony, so I hit the road, and yeah, so I traveled through Asia. Market kind of showed a little bit of a rebound, and then it pulled back again in April. And then so I said, you know what, I'm going to head to Europe. At some point, I'd like to think the market's going to recover, and I'm going to go back to my daily grind on cryptocurrency. But I'm really enjoying my traveling. I really am. Yeah, it's like watching grass grow. I mean, it's like it's so silly. It'll go up, we'll have like a nice little run, and then you're like, could this be it? But now we're at the point where even when it does happen, even when it is the big one, right? They say, when the big one happens, you won't expect it. I mean, we're getting to that point where like when the big injection comes, we're so used to these dead cat bounces, if you want to call them that we don't, we're just like whatever. I mean, even salt, like I'm I was really big on salt. Salt held its ground for a while. Like some of these positions are just eroding on me, and I'm frustrated by that. Uh but it is what it is. I'm not giving up on some of these projects, but Bitcoin maximalists, they want to say that we only got room for one cryptocurrency. That's why if you check me out on Twitter, Blockchain J, what did I say yesterday? I tweeted this, and I'll tell you, these are my thoughts. It's kind of like me doing a journal, right? It's like me recording a journal. I said, the the thing Bitcoin maximalists do not realize. Vitalik's Ethereum tokenizing the blockchain was partly responsible for drumming up the excitement this last year. Bitcoin as an everyday currency doesn't exist, and thanks to all coins using BTC pairing, there was growth. So, what do I mean by that? Well, because people had to buy their altcoins through the BTC pairing, you could buy it through Ethereum, but most of the time it was through BTC. Uh, people would buy BTC, and then they would have to put it into their altcoins and then transfer it back into BTC before they could go USD, right? So I think it's not really too. It doesn't make too much sense to say that tokens don't have a utility. I think in the cryptocurrency asset class there is a utility for tokens and projects on the blockchain. Um, to say that Bitcoin is the only relevant cryptocurrency technology, I think is incorrect. Not only are other projects innovating on the blockchain, there are also other ledgers to keep an eye on. IOTA's Tangle Ledger, Hashgraph. I do believe Bitcoin brand name is the king, but that could change. So uh, just wanted to kind of touch base on what you guys have to say about the Bitcoin maximalist movement, kind of moving against the altcoins, saying that hey, there's only one coin, there's only room for one currency in this. Could be true. I mean, I've thought about that. I said, do we really need uh, all these different currencies? But I was trying to make sense of it. I think it's good that things are developing, but you have to be willing to have an exit strategy into that one currency. If it is Bitcoin, if it's Cardano, if it's Stellar, if it's Ethereum, if it's Ripple, you have to be willing to move fast in that direction when it happens. And that's kind of what we're all kind of looking at is, well, if we do, if the market does clean house and consolidate into one currency, and that being Bitcoin or Bitcoin Cash or whatever the Bitcoin brand name is, I don't know we don't know. I mean, I don't think anyone freaking knows. Not even the whales, not even the market movers know. But Bitcoin maximalists say, well, it's Bitcoin. Don't you think the altcoins should be deemed securities? In that particular case, the crypto judge asked that, which is a funny name for asking that. The more I think about it, yeah, it would make sense for them to be deemed securities. The more that I think about it, but I'm just getting into this exploratory uh, notion. I think that if they try, if they set that piece of legislation in place that says, okay, all these tokens are securities, yeah, then that's moving forward. It's not, hey, all these tokens were conducting operations outside of, or against security laws, blah blah blah. I don't think that would be something that they would do. So, but I think moving forward, it would be very logical to assume that these tokens appear to be securities if they're going to function that way, because I'm not so sure we need 1,500 different currencies, but I could see how they make sense as securities. Yes. Damn it, Jeff! What the f is going on with cryptos? This ridiculous now with the manipulation. I don't even think it's manipulation. I just think that the market is really seriously running flat. Like, what's going to end up? What I think would need to be going on. Thank you guys to everyone who's been pumping those likes up. We're at 61 likes. That's got us up to 234 viewers. So that's pretty good, guys. So thank you. But I used to like Lisk. I'm actually right down the road from Switzerland, um, which is where I believe they're in Zug, Switzerland, right? I'm not saying I'm going there, but uh, you know, I've been on the List project, but where's product, right? It's like Cardano. Um, where's the product? I mean, we got Charles Hoskinson doing what Jeff's doing, traveling all around the world, whatever, but where's the product? And it's a whole bunch of, you know, it's like we're waiting on this to wait on this to wait on this because then we're going to run the test net, then we're going to run this, and then it's like 1.0, and then we got 1.3, and then it's like, okay, guys, I mean, at some point you got to kind of pick a direction and go with it and start laying some concrete foundations to make the thing happen. Sometimes I wonder if every blockchain project really needs its own coin. Yeah, I mean, these are all interesting discussions. And I think the big thing that we're kind of trying to figure out is what direction is this asset class going to go? I mean, is it all going to consolidate into one currency that's overall going to be the king of digital asset, digital e-cash? Another thing that I brought up on my Twitter, I said, and I don't know if you guys agree with this or not, but I said, uh, I feel like coins with high circulating supplies make more sense as everyday currencies. The problem with low coin supplies is they require too many numbers fractionally. Look at what $5 of Bitcoin looks like in decimals. Compare that to $5 worth of stellar lumens. So, what's $5 worth of stellar lumens? Well, it would come out to what? 3, 6, 9, 12, around about 15 stellar lumens is about $5 worth of um, so we understand it's 15 stellar lumens, but if it's fractionally $5 of Bitcoin, like what's $5 of Bitcoin? I mean, if we just go into the Bitcoin calculator and we say, what is $5 of Bitcoin? I mean, check out the Satoshis on that. Let's see. Let's drill that down. So we'll go 5.000674. Okay. So yeah, sure, we could count it in Satoshis, but I mean, I'd rather know, hey, it's 15.3 stellar, which is a higher circulating supply than 21 million, right? I mean, how many coins are in circulating supply for stellar? There is currently 18.5 billion, and currently there's 17 million Bitcoin, right? So you could see how these higher circulating supplies um, could function more effectively in that regard. It's just like it's kind of silly because when I travel around, for example, I went to Indonesia. They got like, I mean, we're talking like 50,000 rupiahs, like $5. I mean, I don't know exactly, but that's in Indonesia. Like, we're talking even in Thai baht, 33 Thai baht equals 1 USD. So and I'm like, that's runaway inflation. Japan's actually had runaway inflation. So, I mean, it can be done, but we'll see. Thanks, Barry Babb. Okay, so Barry Babb says, could you please explain what makes a token a security compared to not being classed as a security? Well, I mean, that's a whole subject. I don't want to get into that on a live feed because, I don't want to give misinformation, but essentially a security in a utility token, it, it- it's really too complex to try and explain over this. But I mean, I could try and give you a literature definition. So let's just do security versus utility token, right? I'll try and give you the definition. Uh, but basically, a security, collecting funds, they should be for their project. They should be a securities, basically. Through the ICO fundraising model, startups can raise capital by issuing crypto tokens on a blockchain, most commonly Ethereum, and distributing them to token buyers in exchange for making financial contribution to the project. So that's kind of like what you would see with stocks, right? You take fiat dollars and you buy, like, let's just say you wanted to buy a GoPro. Okay, so GoPro stocks are like $5 right now. Yes, I did buy GoPro at $5. Some of you are going to say you're crazy, but hey, um, so I bought what? I could buy 20 GoPro stock for 100 USD. minus fees, right? $7 in fees. So you can do the exact same thing if you wanted to buy what's a $5 coin. Let's just say Lisk. I don't know Lisk is at like $8 right now, $8 or $9. So you get how that's kind of it functions just like a stock, a token. You buy the tokens. It really is similar. The difference is that in the crypto asset class, they're essentially they function as a currency, right? So you can exchange them, but that's kind of like how you do it in the stock market, right? You exchange stocks. Like you could sell, but you have to exchange it. It's kind of like, yeah, I mean, you have to exchange it back into dollars, put it into your little kitty, and then take it and then put it into Tesla if you made profit, right? Dude, yeah, the market has been absolutely boring as F. Pop oh nay, Shelly. But that's what do they say? That's the time to buy, right? When people are bored. So yeah, I'm trying to do a live stream for you guys and get this out there. Wrong. One sat is 100 millionth of a BTC, says Mike Jones. I don't know what I said contrary to that, Mike. But I'm saying that if you're just looking at it, what are you talking about? The Bitcoin calculator? Okay, so the conversation's going towards cartels. Um, the cartels are kind of what's going to move this market. It's going to take that cartel market push to push us up over 15,000, 20,000 again if we can ever get there with Bitcoin, which is going to essentially do what? It's going to catch everyone's attention in the media. It's going to catch everyone's attention. Like even in the Netherlands, the people I was talking to in the Netherlands about Bitcoin, which Netherlands, surprisingly enough, is not as bullish on cryptocurrency as I would have thought. Yeah, thanks everyone who's been pumping those likes up. We're at almost 100. Let's slam that like button so we can get over 100 and keep this thing growing so I can keep on going here. But in the Netherlands, I was surprised because they're not too bullish on Bitcoin. One of their most of the time their reason was, oh, it's because it went down to 7,000. So they noticed that it went up to 20,000, then when it went down to 7,000, and I was trying to explain to them, I'm like, that's when you buy. You don't buy when it's at 20,000. You buy when it goes to 7,000. Why would you want to buy something at an all-time high? You should be looking at it now as a sale price. And you know what? Every single one of them did. The light bulb went off over their head, and they're like, "Oh yeah, that actually makes sense." Like that's the whole theory. Like buy low, sell high. Don't buy high, sell low. But what do newbies do? They always want to buy high. Then when the damn thing pulls back on them and corrects, they freak out, panic sell, and then they repeat the cycle all over again until they get the logical explanation that goes off in their head that says, "Hey, I buy low and I sell high." Not really rocket science here. In the Netherlands, everybody has crypto, but just a little bit. Well, I I wasn't picking up on that being too much. I know Germany is more bullish on cryptocurrency than Netherlands, but I was surprised. Well, at least the millennials. Most of the millennials I ever talk to usually are pretty excited about Bitcoin, but these millennials in Netherlands seem kind of like no. But when I was explaining, but that was because it went so high. Maybe they got turned off by it, right? So maybe they were panic sellers. Um, but these same people will get all excited once it goes back over 20,000. They'll say, "Woo, wow," and then everyone will come back. If it follows the same market cycle or the same cycle that we had last time, people will jump back in. Yeah, same thing with ETN. I mean, ETN's dead as a duck. I don't know. What did they sell their? Did they sell their tokens? Or did they sell their coins on their community? I don't know. I mean, why did they go from 13 cents down to 2 cents? I mean, that's a if I look at that project, I mean, look, and I'm not trying to start rumors here, but they got pool tables in their project. They've got like 50 or 60 people. I don't know how many people they got working there. They got a bunch of people working there. And all I know is like what paid for that? Well, maybe ICO funding. Did they sell their coins? I don't know. It's not it's as someone who bought into the hype. Same thing with this Michael Stoller. Like every time I listen to Michael Stoller, I was like, okay, that's this guy sounds like he's a businessman and he's doing stuff. Come to find out, this guy is now indicted by the SEC. And you hear the story and you read the rap sheet and you're like, what the heck is this guy thinking? Did he literally just go out there and just blatantly lie to a whole bunch of people? Like, what the I mean, it's so bizarre that it's almost unbelievable. Like, it's so bizarre, it's almost unbelievable. But then you find out that Stellaire and ETN are, uh, we're working together potentially. Yes, Lucas, I'm here in the Czech Republic. No, I have not been looking at any low cap coins. I am not looking at any low cap coins. My focus is on the top coins in the whole market. Literally, totally, utterly, I am not playing with any low cap coins. Right. The way that I found out about T-bar was through you guys. We did a Twitter poll. We said, "What's the community's top pick for a coin?" And everyone in a lot of people in the community were, they were talking. This was at a time when they were talking about app coins. Like, I found about app coins through the community. I found about T-bar through the community. I found out about Tron through the community. I mean, this is way back. Like, we're talking like December was when the community really started introducing Tron, which was before the rise. But another one was IOST tokens. Like, a lot of the people in the community were talking to us about these coins. So these ICOs were launching mega powerful ICO marketing campaigns, and now look at where their projects are. Yeah, I still hold my app coins. Like, I mean, I, I I do. I still hold my iOS token. I mean, it's these are projects that I got caught in the pickle in. Um, you know, I was throwing around money because the market was so bullish. I was just like, yeah, I'll invest. I'll invest over here. Yeah, why not? I mean, the community's into this, and then next thing I know, so what did we all learn? Is don't follow the masses, okay, on that stuff. I mean, that's kind of what I was doing. But I mean, I was using my own intuition. I had gotten so successful in uh, September with my the coins that I bought in, June, July, August, September, October, November. By the time January or December or January came around, I was so complacent that I was just like, yeah, I'll just put money over here. I was getting into ICOs because I had just loose Bitcoin laying around. I mean, some of these ICOs didn't even give me my tokens, you know? So it's really just um I don't know. It's just been frustrating to see. And the thing is, I if any of these projects are literally just raising capital to just do nothing with it, that's kind of BS. That's straight BS. That's straight BS. If they're just raising the capital and they have no intention of doing anything, and that's where you get these Bitcoin maximalists who are saying, "Look, we don't need everything on the blockchain." No, I'm not wrecked. I'm the stuff that I bought in late December, January, I'm wrecked on. But the stuff I bought, June, July, August, September, October, I'm not wrecked on. Although even like salt, where I bought salt around $2, salt went below $2 finally, but I held it. I'm holding most of my stuff because once I found out about the security or the IRS thing that you have to hold all your coins for a year, I was just like, well, I'll just hold all this stuff for a year and hope it doesn't like retrace on me. But I guess I could have just taken the capital gains tax on it. But once I found out that you got to hold the stuff for a year in order to get less capital gains tax, I didn't take my massive profits when I should have. No, I've not been really buying any coins. Like the last couple coins that I bought, Stellar, Cardano, and Ripple, and Bitcoin Cash and Bitcoin. Like, I haven't been chasing any of these barrel coins at all. There was a point where those barrel coins could have got me, 15, 20 times gains, like multiple times over. It's not even about innovation. It's just like, did they just do like, did they just like sit in a room and be like, we need to raise some capital? And then when they got the capital, they were like going out for steak dinners, getting drunk and partying, wearing suits and BSing in their Lambos and forgetting that they actually had to show up to work. Adam Sarver says, "Smash the likes, yeah, crush the like button, guys." Modem. I mean, there was a point in time where I thought Modem was a great project. I mean, there was a point in time where I thought a lot of these projects were great, but now because I'm not sitting in their offices, we're not sitting in any of these offices. We don't even know what they're doing. Maybe they're talking about shutting down some of these altcoin projects at this point with the way the market's gone. Yeah, we talked about some of McAfee's predictions. I mean, we talked about how he has Golem going to $3, which is a great product. Bitcoin private going to 200. Oh, I did buy Bitcoin private. I forgot. I did buy that. Dan Larimar leaving projects behind. I don't know. I mean, I don't really have an opinion on that. I have to look into it. Safe Haven, yeah. I mean, Safe Haven. They contacted me asking if I want to be a part of their project. That was back in March, and then we haven't. They did their first round of ICO, and they're going to redo another ICO. So I'm waiting to talk to them also. But I mean, had great conversations with them also. So, but market went south. What'd they do? They had to put things on hold, I guess. Kevin Tran says what? Vertcoin. Oh, yeah, Vertcoin. I mean, if you look at Vertcoin, there was a time where I was very bullish on Vertcoin. I still have no reason to be other than the name. But I mean, it's like a Litecoin, Vertcoin, Litecoin. It's an MIT project. I mean, why not to be bullish on it? But look at how Vertcoin. If you held on to your Vertcoin, I mean, you'd be wrecked right now. It's down to 156. I mean, these are all like, in theory, these are all great prices. It's like, is everything just going to retrace back to like September levels? You know, Ethos. That's another project. Like, look at Ethos. I mean, there was a point where Ethos was jam sessioning above and beyond. Although Ethos has held its values pretty good. From where I bought it, I bought Ethos my first time around below 50 cents. It's at 215, but Ethos was at one point almost $10. So think about it. If you're me, you buy in at 50 cents, you buy a whole ton of Ethos, it goes to $9 and you're still holding it. Why am I still holding it? Well, because I'm like, well, I don't want to pay capital gains on it because I think it'll go higher. And then all of a sudden now it's down to 215. So I mean, it's like you're darned if you do and you're darned if you don't kind of situation. But what else can I do but take a long-term perspective? I mean, that's what I'm saying. I mean, I'm just one of you guys. Like, I'm a guy who talks on the channel and you guys tune in. I'm not an insider. I've never even I've never even been to a damn Bitcoin or a blockchain conference. Like, seriously. I've been invited, but I don't go, well, because whatever. I just haven't gone. I've been invited, but people on our team go. They tell me they're great. Uh, Black Dragon 5. Why would you want to do something like that? He says he wants to shoot himself. No, I would say, do not shoot yourself because this too shall pass. I mean, what do we know about life? Like, you go through, like, you can't win everything. This is. I like Gary V. You guys ever listen to Gary Vaynerchuk? He talks a lot. I mean, he's a big talker. Like, he posts like so many posts on Snapchat and Instagram every single day. It's like almost the same stuff, but at the same time, it's not. But Gary V, he has a lot of good insights. I think you guys can learn from that. But I mean, even outside of Gary V, I think the best mindset to have is don't be scared to fail. Like, you gotta you've gotta fail fast forward is what they say. So, you know, don't not get started because you're afraid to lose, right? It's like if you're at a bar, you talk to 10 girls, three of them say no, but maybe seven. Are you going to not talk to 10 girls because three of them are going to say no? Or are you going to not talk to 10 girls because seven of them are going to say no and only three are going to say yes? I mean, you could either have zero because you didn't do a damn thing, or you can go talk to 10 girls and see how many numbers you can get. Maybe you get a couple numbers out of the deal, right? So, I mean, you gotta be willing to take some losses, and you gotta accept that as part of life. Like, no one likes to take losses. I mean, the Golden State Warriors don't like to lose, but what? They've lost a couple games during the season, but that doesn't mean they're still not going to be number one. So I think that's what separates the real soldiers, the real generals from the rest of the peasants, right? It's the people who are willing to get in there, mix it up, take a lick, and get hit many times, get knocked down, keep getting up. I mean, don't give up. Like just because you're losing on crypto now doesn't mean you'll lose on crypto later. Just because you lose on crypto doesn't mean you won't win on many other things. So why would you shoot yourself over something like that? Because life doesn't stop there. It's keep on trucking, man. He says I should look at Telcoin. Yeah, I looked at Telcoin. That was another one of those coin tokens that I got involved with the people. Hey Robert, man, Robert Maki, you shouldn't talk like that. It's not even funny. It's not even funny to say that to people. People saying shoot he should shoot himself. No. People who think that's funny, that's actually not funny. There's people out there who are seriously on hard times, and when you make jokes like that, that's not funny. Okay. I'm not saying you got to sit there and coddle them and say, oh, poor baby. Oh my gosh, come over here and let me hug you. But I'm saying, like, you don't tell someone to do something like that. That's not funny. Margie says, don't give up, but you're talking about money. Dude, you know how much money I've lost and then went in debt $50,000 and now I'm way out of debt. So I mean, if I would have gave up at $50,000 and just gave up on everything I was working on just because I went $50,000 in debt, how would I have ever gotten out of the hole? I mean, that's why would you guys give up? I don't get it. Money or not. There, there's so many people out there who um, you know, they lose and then they give up. That's actually the weakest thing you can do. Just because one girl tells you no, are you going to stop talking to girls? Oh. Oh, you were singing a song? Still, it's not funny, man. It's not funny. When someone says they're on hard times like that, you don't just start making uh comments like that where it's like I said, I'm not here to coddle that person. I'm not here to say, "Oh, you poor baby, come here," because that's he can go to his mom for that. I'm here to say, no, you get resilient, you get tough, you buckle down, you do what you got to do. It's like the Italians, mafia, right? You've seen The Godfather. I mean, you got to do what you got to do. You know, like whatever happened to? Why don't we start? I mean, I'm not saying you want to become an organized crime boss, but I mean, the Italians got that. What you hear. You got to do what you got to do. That just start thinking like that. You got to do what you got to do. That means you got to get tough. You got to get strong and stop being a little. I mean, you could be 6'6" and still have a little child's mentality, right? I don't like that pump and dump Mcafee. I don't know if Mcafee dumps. I don't know if he pump. I mean, I guess he does pump. There's no doubt that he has that pump factor. I don't have any evidence to suggest that he's dumping. But if you don't like it, then don't touch it. Kate says, "Can I get your number, sweet cheeks?" That's funny. No, I don't. I don't usually give out my number online. 6'6" horizontally, says Frankly. You guys are funny. We already talked about ETN. I mean, ETN's just kind of just we're trying to figure out what's going on with ETN, right? Thanks to everyone who crushed those likes. Look at that, 175 at 318 now. What time is it where you guys are at? Prince Sohal says overcoming the obstacles is the best feeling in the world. Yeah, that's true. I mean, what would you know what good feels like opposed to bad if you never experienced the bad, right? It's like you would never know what good beer tastes like if you didn't have crap beer before, right? You would never know what it feels how to enjoy your money if money just came to you just so easy, right? With just abundance. You would never know how to enjoy those things, right? Some of you would say, how would you know what good sex is if you never had bad sex? Because all sex would be the same, right? Well, it's not, right? 3:30 p.m. Australia buzz. Fortnite, anyone? Yeah, you guys can check me out on Island Hopper TV if you want to keep up with me on my travels. on YouTube. So go over there and check me out. Also, I'm doing a lot of tweeting on Blockchain J. Um, if you guys want to keep up with me over there, I try to do these live feeds as I travel. Like I said, I'm in Prague right now. I'm headed out towards south. I'm going to try and go real far south. Who knows? Maybe even into Africa if I get to Morocco. Um, maybe Turkey, uh, Greece, Malta. Y'all know about Malta, right? I got Malta on the radar. 4 p.m. in Guam. What are your thoughts now on Verge? Um, I'm not buying Verge. I'll say that. I'm not buying Verge. 11 p.m. in Las Vegas. Ooh, it's late out there, huh? Everyone's asleep already. It's it'll never end. Ikura says, "How much longer till this market manipulation ends?" It will never end, man. You just got to do what you got to do as a small fish swimming with big fish. It's like you want to fix it, become a big dog. That's when it ends. Cuz it's a dog eat dog world and the big dogs are eating the little dogs. You get it? So become a big dog in the house. You want it to end, get strong, get mentally tough, don't give up. Do not give up. When the going gets tough, the tough get going. And you might be sitting there saying, well, I'm not really that tough. I don't really have that kind of energy or endurance. BS. Yeah, you do. You do. You'd be surprised. I mean, you don't have to be tough. You could be. It's about just developing the skills to make yourself successful. It's a doggy dog world out there, he says. Yeah, I think that any of the top 10 coins it's decent time to take a look at, I'd say. I mean, the market has really found some serious support at these levels. Like these are some serious support levels right here, what we're building. So if the market starts to shoot up, we'll look back at the March, April, May, June timeframe as a support level if it starts to pull back up. Whereas previous, like right now, our support is around like the October, November levels. Big dogs can't compete with big whales, but learning helps. Big money will only consider the top 10. Well, I don't know what the big money is looking at right now, but um, it's I think I don't know. There's an issue I think with some work ethics. There's a lot of work ethic issues that I'm seeing. Work ethics with project leads and like I mean, if you look at some of these top projects like Steve Jobs, Microsoft, I'm talking about the top projects that are now in place. Amazon with Jeff Bezos, these guys, these people that were on those projects, Elon Musk, I mean, they put in the time, they pounded pavement. And who do you see in the crypto community who's so focused on their project and their efforts that they're not out playing games, blah, blah, blah. And okay. Like right now, my job is to travel and film. That's what I'm doing. But if I'm not doing that, I'm doing my other job, right? But in crypto, if they've collected fundraising, they've got millions of dollars. What are they do? Are they focused on their project and who's dialing it in? Like they have to just because they work hard doesn't mean they're going somewhere, right? Like it's about efficiency, right? Work smarter, not harder. But who's focused on their project, becoming more and more innovative and more, just basically becoming a stronger project. That's who you want to know. And that's why I say look at Vitalik, Ethereum, yeah. Look at Jed McCaleb, Stellar, Cardano, yeah, but I mean Charles Hoskinson, I mean, I'm wondering how much time he's spending around goofing around. Really? So is he working when he's on the road? I mean, he's a project of a tech company, and I've seen him more on the road than anything. So we'll see. That's why when you go on his Twitter, people are saying when product, like when product, Charles. I mean, that's all good. We could see you on a horse in Maui, but when product. John McAfee is putting in the work. But so people are like, what is John on though? Like John might be putting in the work, but what is John on, right? Uh, oh, Roger Ver, that's a project. Bitcoin Cash. One of the reasons I like Bitcoin Cash is because of Roger Ver. So many people hate Roger Ver, but that guy works. He outworks everybody. He's one of the main reasons why Bitcoin got to the way it is because he was one of the first Bitcoin investors. But people don't like him because he tells inconvenient truths. That's why Bitcoin Cash. I went out and I bought a bunch of Bitcoin Cash. I really did. When it went below like 1,000, I bought a lot of Bitcoin Cash. But people don't like Bitcoin Cash because of Roger Ver and Craig Wright. But I mean, it is what it is. Heck yeah, they work hard. That's something. I mean, if you talk about who's working hard in the space, you guys say Mcafee, you say Veer, I said Vitalik. I mean, who else is working hard in the space? Those are the projects, but it's just not. It's not all about working hard. It's about working strategic, right? I even was reading a book on economics while I was on the train coming down here, and I was really dialing that in. And he said economics is a tool of cause and effect analysis. Without scarcity, there is no need to economize. Economics is the use of scarce resources with alternative uses. So um, basically, I mean, one of the reasons why our society is so wealthy in the sense that, I mean, if you compare yourself to a king 100 years ago, you've got a cell phone, you've got a computer, you've got internet. Kings 100 years ago didn't have that. You've got a car, you've got like running water that just pours into your house. I mean, back then, a king was still trying to worry about if they were going to get salmonella poisoning from their food. Here it is 100 years later, and I mean, 200 years ago, maybe. So in some regards, you might not live in a castle like they lived, but I mean, in terms of amenities, I mean, but what was that? That came through innovation and just a smarter system. So we live in a world where we have a smarter system that provides more abundance for the average person, which makes this generation the wealthiest generation in history, at least so far as we know, um, just because of abundance. And that's part of the economic model. Zach says y'all need Jesus. Yeah, I'm big on Bitcoin Cash. Who the hell thinks Bitcoin Cash is a good project? Seriously. So frankly, we just talked about that. If you look at Roger Ver, I mean, he's a strong presence in crypto. And I'm not saying that it's going to be the best uh, currency out there, but yeah, I'll scoop up 3 or 4. Sure, why not? I mean, why broadcast if you don't have anything to say that is intelligent? Americans. Our dude, our dues, you're all right, bro. We're 43 minutes into this, and I'm having a conversation with the community. I mean, you can jam out. Like, what are you doing in here if you're not enjoying the conversation? Our do user, whatever your name is. I mean, we're having a conversation. This has been going on for 43 minutes. Keep It Real says Bitcoin Cash as the brand has the brand name, and Roger is promoting the hell out of it. Yeah, I mean, but I'm not going to go all in on Bitcoin Cash. I've still got my Bitcoin. I've got my Bitcoin locked up too. So Frank Lee. Oh, he says, I'm legitimately wondering BCH is a good product. That's why I asked about it. I feel like everyone hates it, but it always performs well. Well, I mean, it depends on when you bought Bitcoin Cash. If you bought Bitcoin Cash at 2,300, you probably hate Bitcoin Cash right now at 1,100. If you bought Bitcoin Cash at 800, when I last bought it, I'm like, hey, I'm pretty happy about my Bitcoin Cash investment. If Bitcoin Cash goes to 500, well, I still feel as excited about Bitcoin Cash at 500 as I did when it was at 800. I'll probably buy more at 500 if it went there. So I mean, it's a matter of outlook or the way you observe things. Oh, I like SafeX. I do like SafeX. I've of all the altcoin projects out there that haven't really um, let me down that are outside of the top 50, top 100, SafeX is one of them. They have not let me down in the sense that I feel as though they're still doing their due diligence to and they're they have not done any like crazy price actions. It's really been just a secure investment, SafeX. So I like SafeX. All right, guys. I'm we're 45 minutes in there. 342 people on here, 206. Crush the likes if you want me to keep going. Otherwise, we're gonna call it a day, and I'm gonna head out. And it's 8:04 in the morning here in Czech Republic. I know it's so I gotta get my cup of coffee. Well, where's my cup of coffee? I've already been drinking it, but anyway. Jeff, what do you say to those who say HODL was a 2017, 2016 thing? It's possible. We got to be flexible. I mean, things evolve. Like you've got to look at the market as we see it now. So, I mean, it could be possible that some of these altcoins are, not going to survive. And if you're in one of those altcoin projects that are not going to survive, you might want to cut ties if you take a good hard look at it and try to maybe consider getting into one of these top 10 coins that we keep talking about. All right, guys. Thanks to everyone who crushed those likes. I'm going to take off here. It's 46 minutes in. You guys can go back on the video if you guys are just starting here. Also, check me out on Island Hopper TV. Seriously, follow me on Twitter, Blockchain J. I look forward to hearing from all you guys again. And thanks for hanging out. And cheers. Oh, what kind of beer should I drink? Hit me up on Twitter and tell me what kind of beer I should drink if you like beer. If you don't like, I did have a sparkling white wine this morning for breakfast. It was like 5 in the morning. They had these sparkling white wine things. They're like that much white wine, and I was like, "Do I really want wine at 5 in the morning?" I drank it. Oh my gosh, that was so good. This sparkling white wine in Prague is great. All right, see you guys.